good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on the rise of modern tech in Africa, trends, opportunities, and challenges. I'm Sia Joshi. I'm a marketing specialist at NuovoPay. At NuovoPay, we are passionate about driving technological progress and financial inclusion across Africa. We specialize in device financing and risk management solution, making tech accessible to more people while mitigating financial risks associated with it. So let's quickly look at the agenda for this presentation. First off, we'll have a quick poll, followed by trends, opportunities, and challenges. At last, we will have an insightful question and answer session with our expert, Ajinkya Vidhate, who is also a product specialist at NuovoPay. Ajinkya, please introduce yourself.
Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for joining the for today's session. My name is Ajinkya, and I'll be your technical expert, and I'll be taking question and answer session right after this presentation. Thank you so much.
So now is the time for a quick poll. I'll be posting a poll which will be visible on all of your screens. Please choose whatever option you feel is correct, and we'll then go ahead with the presentation. I request all of you to please participate in this activity. This gives us a fair idea of your thoughts and we can drive the presentation accordingly. So we have received your responses. 83% of people have selected fintech and 17% have selected e-commerce. So let's now go ahead with our presentation and this webinar. Let's start by examining the key trends propelling Africa's tech revolution. Firstly, mobile revolution is undeniable. With over 650 million unique mobile subscribers, Africa boasts the fastest growing mobile phone market globally. This surge in mobile adoption isn't just about communication, it is transforming lives. For instance, mobile money solutions like M-Pesa have revolutionized financial access and empowering millions who were previously excluded from traditional banking systems. Importantly, device financing here is playing a crucial role. By making smartphones more affordable, they are putting the power of mobile technology into the hands of more people that drives digital inclusion. Next up, we have the fintech disruption. Investment in African fintech reached a staggering $3.03 billion in 2022, and it is growing at an impressive 39% annually. Companies like Flutterwave and OPay are at the forefront at this moment, innovating in payments, lending, and insurance. Device financing solutions are empowering businesses and individuals to access the latest technology, fostering innovation and growth across the continent. Let's delve deeper into device financing risk management. So, this is a sector projected to grow by 20% annually in Africa over the next 5 years. Why? Because it makes technology affordable and accessible to a broader population, contributing significantly to digital inclusion. Device financing models are tailored to the unique needs of African consumers, like pay as you go options, are becoming increasingly popular in the region. However, there are some challenges associated with it. For example, default rates on device financing can be high in some markets due to factors like informal economies and limited credit histories. And this is exactly where NuovoPay steps in. Our risk management platform leverages technology like device locking to mitigate these risks. NuovoPay empowers lenders to make informed decisions and ensure responsible lending practices, making device financing more sustainable in the long run. Moving on, we see the e-commerce boom transforming how Africans shop. The market is projected to reach a whopping $75 billion by 2025. For example, Jumia, which is a leading e-commerce platform, exemplifies this success, operating in 11 African countries and offering a vast array of products. But it is not just about consumer goods. Startups like Twiga Foods are using e commerce to connect farmers directly to consumers. That is reducing food waste and increasing incomes for rural communities. This highlights the transformative potential of e commerce across various sectors. Simultaneously, we are witnessing a surge in renewable energy initiatives. Africa has the potential to generate 40% of the world's solar energy. That is huge. Projects like the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, one of the largest hydroelectric projects in Africa, demonstrate the commitment to clean energy resources. Also, Google, for example, is investing heavily in renewable energy projects across the continent, building solar and wind farms to support sustainable development. Now, we will delve into opportunities for growth in Africa as the modern technology evolves. Number one, we have untapped markets. While internet penetration is still around 43%, means there's a massive untapped market just waiting to be connected. And companies like Andela are stepping up to train the next generation of developers. And what is even more exciting, Google's Equino subsea cable is expected to increase internet speeds in South Africa by 2.5 times and lower internet prices by 14%. Next is talent pool. With 60% of the population under 25, Africa has a young, dynamic workforce eager to learn and innovate. Organizations like MEST nurture this talent, providing the resources and mentorship to help tech entrepreneurs thrive. Now we'll talk about the startup ecosystem that is growing in Africa. And the numbers speak for themselves. African startups raised a whopping 5.2 billion US dollars in 2022. And that's not a trend, it's a movement. Innovation hubs like iHub and CC Hub are the crucibles where groundbreaking ideas are taking shape. Also, in investment landscape, we have seen a tenfold increase in venture capital investment in the past decade. Firms like Partech and Telecom Capital are actively fueling this growth, recognizing Africa's enormous potential. Let's now move to discussing some challenges and considerations around this. So, first is infrastructure gaps. Less than 30% of roads in sub Saharan Africa are paved. This makes transportation and logistics a real challenge. However, initiatives like the Trans African Highway aim to address this, paving the way for greater economic connectivity. Second is regulatory environment. Africa's low ease of doing business ranking underscores the need for regulatory reform. But there's progress. Some countries are establishing regulatory sandboxes to foster innovation and allow new business models to be tested in a controlled environment. Next up, we have cybersecurity concerns. Shockingly, 23% of global cyber attacks target Africa. That's why the African Union cybersecurity strategy is so critical. It's a framework for building resilience and protecting the continent's digital future. And last but not the least, we have digital divide. The internet usage gap between urban and rural areas is a stark 31%. But solutions like community networks and Facebook Express Wi Fi are bridging that gap, bringing connectivity to more people. Mobile internet adoption is also on the rise and is projected to reach 41% by 2025. Now, coming at how is NuovoPay playing its part in the progress of African tech adoption. So, NuovoPay recognizes that the high cost of smartphones and other devices is a major barrier to digital inclusion, and we are striving to make technology adoption more affordable and accessible to individuals and businesses across the continent. We are enabling people who may not have the upfront capital to purchase smartphones or devices outright, and this opens up a world of possibilities, opportunities from accessing educational resources and financial services to starting online businesses. NuovoPay is also working towards boosting digital inclusion by putting smartphones in the hands of more people and ensuring that everybody has the opportunity to participate in the digital economy. As more people gain access to smartphones and other devices, they can participate in the growing e-commerce sector, access online education, and connect with global markets. Also, on the partnership front, we work closely with mobile network operators, financial institutions, and telecom operators to ensure that our solution is tailored to the unique needs of the African market. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Whatever questions you have around NoPay or from this webinar, you can just ask your questions. You can type your questions in the chat box, and our product expert Ajinkya will be taking them up one by one. Over to you, Ajinkya.
Thank you so much, Sia. Yes, I'll be taking questions if there are any. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat box and I'll be addressing them. Hey, hi, Bonnie. Good morning. It's pretty much afternoon here, so yeah, thanks for joining. There is a question from Patricia that does NuoPay support integrations? Yes, NuoPay is basically open to integrate with any of the third-party system to make it easy for any service provider to handle their financed asset. I think integration is very much crucial part to integrate with any of the third party system. But even in case, depending on the use case basis, if anybody wants to integrate the solution, yes, that is still possible.
Ajinkya, we have more questions. Will
Okay.
you?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm really sorry. It seems Bonnie cannot hear. Bonnie, just let us know if you're able to hear. Second question would be from Angela. What customer categories NuoPay addresses? At the initial stage of the presentation, we have covered most of them, but it totally depends on the business model that somebody wants to work upon. There are still use cases that we have where device financing is used as a bundle service along with their primary services, so that can be used. So basically what I'm trying to say here is whoever wants to finance the devices, they can do it with the help of NuoPay, irrespective of the credit history of any customer. Any service provider can opt for it, and just to make sure that the devices are being secured, they can use NuoPay as a solution for easy financing and making it accessible to all of the people that are not barred from credit history or any credit scores. Next question would be from David. Can NuoPay lock Android TV and watches? Yes, David. We will be able to provide a solution for Google Android TVs, and yes, watches will be something that we are looking upon to bring into our product categories soon. I cannot tell exactly the timeline of it, but yeah, we will be coming up with that. Next question would be from Peter. Can you integrate with mobile money providers? Peter, yeah, uh, uh, it's not exactly the integration part, but we can support you by including the mobile money wallets to embed into NuoPay. So I think that would help you or for your customers to make the payment from. So that is still possible. Nevertheless, we can jump on a quick call and discover how we can do about it, or how is it being done through NuoPay. just feel free to drop us a message or mail us, and we will catch up on a separate call. Next question would be from Christy. How quickly one can start device financing with NuovoPay? So NuovoPay is a SaaS-based platform. If you know how the flow works, you can immediately start if you have the devices with you. Just off the shelf product it is. Once you opt for the solution, it's just that you need to have devices and you can finance easily. And next question would be from Peter again. And what is your biggest business challenge now? So Peter, there is no certain I mean, cannot categorize a biggest challenge or smaller challenge, but yeah, time to time, from customer to customer, the challenges may be different. But yeah, we are able to address those with our full support. But yeah, feel free to drop us a message in case you want to discuss on any specific point. We will be happy to discuss with you. At what scale NuoPay can be deployed? Honestly, there is no limit. NuoPay is a completely scalable solution. Um, if there are any millions from you, definitely it's more welcome from our end. But yeah, we can scale up to at any point. It's completely scalable platform. Um, Last question I'm seeing is from Daisy. What are the unique features of NuoPay? So first that I discussed about is the integration part. That solution is quick, is ready to quickly integrate with any of the third party system. The advantage would be that it makes the processes very automated and helps the service provider with the ease of business, so that they don't have to look into each and every aspect of managing a device. Second would be we have very unique features of securing devices in terms of making sure that EMIs are being paid on regular basis, so that it encourages customers to making the payments on or before the timeline, not after the timeline. So that that helps service providers to ensure that their money is coming in, and even on the customer end, they also get the ease of access of if once they complete the payment, automatically their devices are completely free from the policies that are being applied, and that's how it is, and that's how the continuity works. There is one question from Rohim. What partnership contract do you offer? We are pretty much open to different kinds of partnership. If there are any specific points you want to discuss with us on the partnership basis, definitely we are pretty much open to discuss those terms with you. Um, just I think it would be a separate kind of discussion. I would ask you to drop us a message or mail us, so that we can get in touch with you and discuss on those points.
Ajinkya, I think we have one more question from George.
Okay.
It's about Rohim.
um, what is the pricing? So what we provide is very customized pricing. But it completely depends on the case to case basis. What are your plans are, what scale are you looking to, and where you are going to deploy it, and what is the application that you are seeking through the solution. So it completely depends on those factors. Again, I would definitely be open to discuss all those things with you over a separate call, because it is something that I recommend that to happen on one-to-one basis, so that you will get the clarity on those points. I guess we are done with the questions. I'm not able to see any more questions. Oh, there is one more question. Can you give a range per device pricing for Android phones? Definitely, George. If you can give us your mail ID, we can share all the details with you over the mail. and you can go through it and come back to us if any, in case you want to discuss those points at all. And which was we are going to share our mail IDs with you, our support ID as well, through which you can reach us at any point of time, and we will be there to answer your queries.
Yes, and George, we already have your email ID from which you registered. So we'll definitely send you a detailed mail containing all the details you need on the pricing front. And we hope to take the conversation in a positive direction with you.
Yeah, Rohim, I think after the call you will be receiving.
Yes, I'm pasting all the contact details here in the chat section. Okay, so I guess if all questions are over, uh, let's conclude this webinar. In case if anybody's question is left to answer, please feel free to reach out to us. Please feel free. You can just mail us at any point of time, and we'll be coming back to you with the answer. So, thank you all for joining in. In closing, the rise of modern tech in Africa is an inspiring story of immense potential. At NoPay, we are committed to playing our part by driving financial inclusion and making technological access for everybody. We believe that by empowering individuals and businesses with the tools they need, we can unlock a brighter future for Africa. So I thank you again for joining us today. You can reach out to us at sales@nopay.com with anything, and we'll be happy to help you. You can learn more about NoPay from our website at www.nopay.com. And if you want to take the discussion ahead with our product expert, and if you want to get a hands-on experience of the software, you can just book a demo with us at nopay.com/book a demo. We'll be happy to see you again, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you all for joining in.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day ahead.